Up in first class, a familiar grisly sight of corpses litter the floor. But it seems every applicant in this section of the plane is hoarding together, all of them chasing after one single man. And based off the golden bullet he keeps flaunting in front of everyone's faces, he's a test administrator, doing his absolute damnedest to goad the best reaction out of the applicants for that camera he's holding to capture it all. That way, he can film all the glorious looks of hope in their eyes, just before he cleaves right through their throats with a single swipe of his clapboard. This test administrator's name is Kanaguri, and although he may have feigned interest in this JCC exam, he's only here for one reason, and that's capturing the best possible footage for his sick, outdated, found footage horror film, not giving a single fuck who he has to kill or manipulate to get it. And something that really pulls the world of Sakamoto Days together is the fact that this Kanaguri guy is actually the one responsible for all those convenient assassin movies and infographics that the protagonists acquire most of their information from. But one connection Kanaguri has to the world that isn't good is that he's also an order member, potentially meaning that Kanaguri could bring this entire operation of Sakamoto and Shin's down if he catches on to them. As the exam war wages on, more and more people get eliminated, and at this point, only 63 of the original 360 participants remain. With only 30 minutes left until the plane reaches its destination, the two pilots of the plane admit they've never seen so many people be eliminated so soon before, but they're able to just laugh it off and continue flying since, you know, they're always safe here in the cockpit. Despite claiming he originally wanted nothing to do with Shin, Mafuyu has begun clinging to and pestering Shin, asking him about his own personal reasons for taking the exam. But before they can keep talking, they're interrupted by a loud, pretentious voice behind them. A camera looking directly at Shin and Mafuyu as they turn, setting the stage for a new, perfect narrative. Two rookie assassins, burning their youth away and fighting for their lives. In rolls Kanaguri, another test participant pushing him down the aisle on a small cart to ensure the best angle. Flicking a golden bullet to his lackey once Kanaguri gets the shot, truly showing how seriously this guy's taken the whole test administrator thing, Shin recognizes this famous director and is surprised someone like Kanaguri would show up to such a common exam like this. And although Kanaguri admits he's always out and about looking for new footage, apparently, there is business he has with this exam specifically, hinting there might be more to his appearance here than he's currently letting on. But before we can even get that far, Mafuyu says he doesn't want anything to do with Kanaguri's movie, as he watched his, most likely also entitled, mother do before him, probably at like a Kmart or something. Mafuyu boldly proclaims he does not give Kanaguri his consent to be filmed and to stop recording now. But I think even worse than that, Mafuyu goes straight for Kanaguri's neck and just frankly movies as a whole, proclaiming that movies are too long and they're boring. He prefers YouTube videos since he can 2x speed those and fast forward through the slow parts. Wait for it, that's not even the worst part. Mafuyu follows this up by saying, can't you just fucking Wikipedia the movie anyway instead of watching it? And oh, Kanaguri is fucking pissed about that. Forget about being in a damn movie, they'll be lucky if they're not in the morgue by the time Kanaguri's done with them. Shin steps in front of Mafuyu and activates his future sight, thinking even if this order member can outspeed him, Shin can still predict where he's going. But then, something inconceivable happens. That future witnessed by Shin changes. Kanaguri's talent breaking Shin's perception as he closes in on both Mafuyu and Shin from behind in a split second. Thankfully though, right at that moment, a bullet rips between them and directly into Kanaguri's torso. Or at least it would have, had his clapboard not been in the way. Everything in Sakamoto's universe must be made with fucking adamantium, I swear. Sakamoto and Akira made it just in time, taking Akira's gun barrel and aiming it for her to ensure timing and precision. In response though, that psychopath director is in awe of the new character that just appeared in frame. At first, everyone thinks he's talking about Sakamoto, but with that blinding speed, Kanaguri subtly corrects them as his hands are gripping at Akira's shoulder from behind, exclaiming she will be his new star. Everyone reacts as quickly as they can, but in another blink of an eye, Kanaguri's already halfway across the plane with Akira in hand. But that's not all. He's also swiped all of the group's golden bullets as well. In the same time it took Kanaguri to do that, he'd come up with another amazing idea idea for the film. What if the plane flew itself? The entire structure of the plane begins to nosedive towards the earth, with that dickhead pilot's karma coming a little too sooner than his passengers would have liked. Everyone on the plane is strewn about, bumping into each other and the walls of the plane in just an incoherent mess. However, despite being literally upside down and plummeting to his death, Kanaguri's much more worried if pilotless planes plot is way too boring and hard to follow. He thinks if audiences are gonna walk out, you know what, fuck this whole damn plane. Scrap the script, let's start fresh. And it's here we find out that apparently Kanaguri's camera also doubles as a fucking laser beam, because bro just lets that thing rip, busting a massive hole in the plane that splits it in two without any elaboration whatsoever. Free falling, Kanaguri declares that this is true cinema, while anyone with half a brain cell is just now starting to wonder, why did they toss out all the plane's safety equipment in favor of assault rifles? All the bodies, dead or alive, begin piling out of the airplane like sandbags, and the test applicants currently have nothing else to look at but the ground speedily getting closer and closer. Not for the test administrators though. Apparently, the only people who got the bring your own parachute memo on the whole damn plane, with almost everyone who applied for the exam for sure dead now, the head test administrator named Usami is worried management might blame him for signing off on 1, the Kanaguri hire, and 2, endangering the JCC's reputation. But another administrator named Atto comes up with a big-brained idea and says management can't be mad if this was all just a part of your plan from the start. This is just, phase 2 of the test. Usami pauses. Holy shit, that's genius. Hey everyone, it's your head exam administrator speaking. So now, the test is like to land safely on the island below and also have a golden bullet. And I just want everyone to know that this was definitely part of the original plan. You definitely can't sue us because this is all in the contract that you signed. Okay, don't die. Good luck. Do you think they believe me? What do you mean it's still on? Now this comes as a surprise to both the applicants and, shockingly, even some of the administrators who apparently were not a part of that first memo about parachutes, making it all fairly obvious to a mind reader like Shin that this whole fucking exam has just gone off the rails at this point, and his greatest fears of there never actually being a single functional adult in the room besides himself have also been realized. The remaining assassins do their best to think of a way to survive, but others like Mafuyu just give up on life and call it quits, despite being the more confident of the group earlier. Worst of all, despite falling to their deaths, they still hear that annoying, pretentious-ass ringing voice calling to them from above about plot points and protagonist tropes. Kanaguri is only a few meters above them, but this is actually the luckiest the protagonist group might have gotten, as Sakamoto is able to suck in air and reduce his air resistance, quickly floating back up and roundhouse kicking those golden bullets out of Kanaguri's grasp. Choosing to take the L on this one, Kanaguri quietly fades into the background of the sky, noting that for just a support character, Sakamoto would make a fine addition to his film.